are you? I am so happy that you're here. I have my glasses on. I'm going to take them off for now. And I'm just glad you're here. I wanted to try something a little different. So, first, going to slide my lighter and light this lavender candle. Move this. So, I started making candles. It's quite the learning process if you've ever made candles, or if you know anyone that has. You need a lot of patience. So it's been an interesting journey. You can see, well, I guess you can't really see because of there, you kind of little how it's burning only on this side. So you're supposed to put foil around to make it burn more evenly when that happens, in case you're an avid candle burner. So I've been working on learning how, not to burn them, I burn many, how to make them. I'm Valerie, and if this is your first time, of course, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much. It's so nice that you're back. I wanted to do a show and tell, like a Reiki themed show and tell. You can't see my full little desk area here, but I have many, many crystals. I have quite the treasured collection. And so I wanted to show you a few newer ones and then a few that I just love and have out all the time. I have a lot stored away just because you only have so much surface area for crystals. And of course my cats love knocking them over. So this is a newer one. Let's see, maybe the candle will help light up. This is an older webcam I'm using, so it doesn't. So she is a fairy, but she actually kind of looks like a Barbie with like butterfly wings. But I saw her at my favorite crystal shop and had to have her. She's a fluorite. Fluorite is a really beautiful crystal. Is the flickering bothering you? I'll move it out of the way. The earth makes rainbow fluorite, which is purple, this green, and white, which I really love. I have quite a few pieces, and then there's just the green and then some white, but she's all green. And fluorite is all about the flow. So if you have trouble sleeping, they're kind of fragile, not super fragile, not like selenite fragile, but if you have problems sleeping or if you have nightmares, I recommend taking a piece of fluorite and just laying it near your bed. Don't put it under your pillow, you don't want to break it, but just on your nightstand, and it will help you if you do dream work, if you have a dream journal. But I really love the properties, and it's also called the Genius Stone. I don't get those benefits from it, unfortunately, but it's supposed to help you come up with really amazing and unique ideas. So if you meditate with it, a lot of times I'll take a bunch of my crystals and just have them all like around me here where I meditate and just sit, and they're like my little friends that meditate with me. So this is calligraphy stone. It's also called elephant skin stone, which is actually why I have it. It caught my eye. It's very earthy. I'm a Capricorn, which is an earth sign. But I love elephants. They're my absolute favorite animal. They're so intelligent, and their emotional intelligence is just phenomenal. We have so much we can learn from them. So it's supposed to look like the wrinkly skin of an elephant. I don't really see it. I do see more of the calligraphy in the stone, but if you tell me it's something to do with elephants, I will believe you. So it is a good luck stone. It'll bring you luck, good fortune, positive thoughts. And I keep it around. I keep it on my desk here. Usually I have a couple pieces. I have like smaller pieces as well and taller pieces. But I thought this would be a good one to show. And it is good for protection as well, because the family ties of elephants are very protective of their little ones. I think it's just a beautiful animal and a beautiful crystal. So I got into crystals after tarot reading for a while. I wanted to see what a crystal would do if it would affect my tarot readings, and I absolutely fell in love with them. I have this piece of Trollolite. It's ocean jasper, I believe. I like butterflies. But it reminds me of the ocean. It's just so beautiful. I have quite a few pieces. I love water. It's anything to do with water is always about emotion. Like if you're a tarot reader or if you look for symbolism in life, blue and water focus on emotions and flowing emotions and working through emotions. So it's a very soothing color. I really love this pastel. I love how detailed little wings are. I go to a psychic fair twice a year and always save up so I can get some really precious little pieces at the different vendors. But this is Trollolite, and it comes in, this is a polished, but the raw form is pretty too. I have it. It's just out of reach. I was debating if I could reach it, and I'm not going to make you wait for me to reach it. But it is just associated with had to refresh my memory. I'm sorry. Let me look real quick at my notes. Yeah, that was right. I was doubting myself, so it's soothing and it helps with focus. So sometimes I get a book that I really want to read, and it's not even the book's fault. Like, you know how sometimes you just can't get into a story? It's just, I can't get my focus together enough. And sometimes just sitting and meditating with a crystal like this will help me focus. And I don't know what people's beliefs are. Everyone's are different. I don't even know what my own are sometimes. But I do know that with crystals, even if the properties of it aren't doing anything, like the powers of it aren't soaking into me, at least it's a reminder. It's like a talisman. um, just a symbol to remind you what you're focused on, like your eye on the prize. So, do you have any? I have a few more, but I was curious if you had any crystals you liked, or that you have, or that you always like when people bring them out during their videos. This is a really searched, popular one, the selenite. I have lots of selenite. That was my first crystal, and I have like 5 of just these wands. I really like the raw. I have actually, try not to make too much noise when I grab this. I have this disc, selenite disc. It's got snakes. I'm terrified of snakes. It's the only animal I could tell you right away I'm terrified of. So I usually keep it down like this, and you can charge, because like I'll charge my jewelry on disc or charge other crystals. So, but I don't know if I've said this before, but I use, again, I want to respect anyone's beliefs, but I use my selenite as the bat signal to angels. So whenever I need some extra help from the divine, I will focus more on my selenite. I have a few candle holders, like tea light holders that are made of selenite. But you want to make sure not to get them wet because they will dissolve in water. They're very cleansing. They make a very, very lovely tapping sound. It's one of my favorite parts when people bring them out in videos. Hearing how people tap on them. I have selenite in almost every room in my house. I don't wear it because I'm always afraid. I'm a sweaty girl. So I'm always afraid my sweat will just start to dissolve it. So, but I feel like with selenite, it's one of the more fast acting crystals. Like if I put intention into it, I feel like I'm focused quicker on the intention. So when I meditate in the morning, whatever my intentions are, it seems like selenite really, for me, makes it happen. I don't know if that makes sense, but I really, really love my selenite. Another crystal that I was really shocked that I was drawn to, I was at a crystal shop that's I live in Ohio, and so this is up in Michigan, the crystal shop. And I was really surprised. It looks like, I don't know if you had health class, but you know when they like show like what like a pound of fat looks like? I don't know if that's weird. But it's not a beautiful piece like my other pieces, but I'll leave it on my table, my dining room table, and anyone that comes over, and I have crystals all over the place, but whoever's sitting at the table, they're always drawn to this one, and I'll catch people we'll be having conversation, and they'll just be sitting, just kind of holding it and rocking it back and forth. It's got a great vibe to it, and it's got some lines. I love crystals with lines in them. This is a better example. This is a bloodstone, but lines through it are like wishing stones. So if you ever find a crystal or even a stone like a river stone that has a line through it, it's really good to put a wish on. But yeah, calcite is a really popular, there's lots of forms of calcite, I guess is what I was trying to say, but this is really good for working on like your lower chakras. So like your stomach and pelvis area, pelvic area, pelvis area. Hopefully you know what I mean. But it's creativity is I'm a creative person, and whenever I need those extra sparks of it, this is always just a really soothing crystal. It's just such a unique piece. I mean, this is they're the same thing. And it doesn't matter what size crystal, they're not like a giant one's not going to be more powerful than a small one. You're gonna get the same results as long as you spend time with the crystal and cleanse it. And if a crystal's cold, it's easier to work with it. It's got more it's ready to work with you. So feeling a cold crystal is always a good sign. And if a crystal breaks, any kind of gem breaks on you, it just means it's absorbed all the energy it can. And this is the last piece I wanted to share with you. This is blue apatite. And it is incredibly treasured. It's just beautiful. I have a large collection of heart crystals. I'm sorry, my ear just popped on. We're almost done. So hopefully it's not too terrible. But it is a really good crystal to connect with the spiritual world. So if you're trying to connect with a loved one that's passed, or even if you're just having memories that are kind of painful for loss, again, it's blue, so it's really good for moving your emotions through, working past them, facing them head on. It's I apologize. My notes just got moved on my phone, so I scrolled a little too far. And then this is your throat chakra. That was what I was trying to make sure I was right about. It's amazing when you go to film yourself talking how personally, I won't talk about anyone else. My alarm just went off too. Perfect. Anyways, as is for your throat chakra, this is really good. So I'll lay this like right at my throat. Not like on my throat, but like right under it. And it's cold and the weight of it is just perfect for, I don't always speak my truth. I always hold a lot in. So it's really good. I go to therapy and it's always a good crystal to like sleep. I keep it on my nightstand, and so I always have it there to prepare me to work through anything and open my communication with my therapist, which I really like her, and she's very nice. And don't ever be ashamed or afraid of therapy, because it's a really, really beautiful process. Hard process, but a beautiful one. And let's see, did I have... Oh yeah, that's right. That was the other thing. Social anxiety. I am an extrovert. I have no problem with shyness, but if you are, then I definitely recommend getting a piece of blue apatite or getting like a beaded bracelet of it. Just to help with your communication skills. And not that anything's wrong with being shy. I respect everyone's different emotions and everyone's different ways that they are. I think introverts get a bad rap sometimes, but just to make you more comfortable. It doesn't mean you have to be an extrovert. I'm not trying to switch you over to one, but just to make you more comfortable around people and to have conversations. So, and then just because this is the cutest little crystal. My favorite crystal shop, she had these the owner had a bunch of different little wands. They're so stinking cute. This is a sodalite wand, and sodalite is a favorite crystal. I say they're all my favorite, but sodalite is for sure. It's another really good one for communication. I am a writer, and so I always have a couple of these around me to make sure that I don't have writer's block, which is inevitable, of course, but it's nice to have a little extra help. So that's my little show and tell I wanted to offer. Just thought I would do a little bit of a talking video and showing you some of my beauties. So thank you so much if you made it through this whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. I love hearing from you. Thank you for subscribing and liking the video if you did, or if you didn't. I look at the dislikes too. I make sure to see what I'm doing well and what I need to work on. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is for you. Be well.